Oh, hey, didn't see you there. I'm Joe Konze. This is Brandon Campas, and this is the SparkFitness Podcast, the long-awaited podcast that myself and Brandon have talked about, more Brandon than me. It's a podcast dedicated to those that want to right the ship, want to get into the mindset of health, wellness, fitness, nutrition. Maybe you're, looking at your health goals as Mount Everest. And we want to help be here to provide some insight on how you can make this happen without looking at it like it's this daunting task. And Brandon, it's such a great idea.
I just kind of wanted to get something rolling. So this is the first step. I felt like Spark needed something else. We're doing great things, and I felt like we just needed something else, keep people engaged, have special guests on that can talk about nutrition, talk about all of the things that come along with Spark, and just give the members something else to look forward to. However often we do these podcasts.
Yeah. And it's members first here at Spark Fitness for sure. We're actually sitting inside the sauna room, the infrared sauna room. We thought it was great for the first episode to really be inside a room that was dedicated to elevating the fitness for those that come to Spark Fitness. People think of these circuit training classes as, I got to get up in the morning, I got to do this, I got to make sure that I have my macros counted and everything like that. And this is a nice added bonus because not only is the infrared sauna, and I'm sure you can touch more on this, an added bonus for the members here, but it also is a nice relaxing thing for you to do during the week. Maybe you want a rest day. The infrared sauna here is a nice, addition to the gym.
It is, and it's getting a lot of use so far, and I've heard nothing but good things about it. Just as a matter of fact, just today somebody was talking about how rejuvenated they felt after they throughout the day after using the sauna, something they never experienced before. It was their first time doing it, and it's not going to be their last. So again, it's just one of those things that we want to incorporate here, people to use, get the benefits out of it, just like they get out of the workouts. And we'll keep doing these things until we, are out of ideas.
And that's the impressive part too, about this podcast is we're not going to give you the cheat code of what lifts are coming this week. Everything's always going to be a surprise because the element of surprise is what keeps you motivated, keeps you wanting to come to the gym and see what it's about. But I got to say, the coolest part about this gym is some days you come here and it's like a competition. It's like the Olympics. And then other days you come here, it's a 5, 6, 7, 8 minute zone of just doing 3 or more lifts or one lift in a 4-minute zone. And the time sequence changes, the movements change. But when you're done with the workout, no matter how slow paced, how fast paced, how moderately paced it is, you always get a good sweat.
Yeah. It's no doubt. I mean,
they don't pay me to say that, by the way.
Maybe we did. No, we didn't. No, every workout is different, but yes, Joe is correct. You're gonna sweat. You're still gonna get that, that feel good feeling. That you worked out. You're never going to leave not feeling like you didn't do anything. So,
in Brandon, he didn't just show up here and decide one day that he wanted to open a gym, and Janikowski didn't decide she wanted to just start a gym one day. I mean, Brandon, where does this all come about? Like, how do you get here? How did you end up here at Spark Fitness?
It just kind of things just fell into place. Obviously. Most of our members, but anybody that doesn't know, it used to be a similar gym. I won't name names, but most people know. I was a member there. Jen worked there. They ended up closing down during COVID, so I had this thought to, maybe see about taking over the space, acquiring the equipment, but I needed somebody to help me understand the actual backside to the business, and which I had no experience with. So it led me to Jen. I knew she was an admin with this old gym, and I knew she had the experience. So reached out to her. One thing led to another, and here we are. We decided it was a good fit for both of us, and it's been nothing but really, really, really good vibes, growth. Our members are really into the community here, so we're really picking up steam, and we're not stopping. We've got ideas down the pipeline for everybody to enjoy. So we're just going to keep going.
I think you touched on it too, and a lot of people, including myself, when you get going or you go on these different roller coaster of emotions where it's summertime and me, I'm hot to trot. I'm in here 7 days a week, and then wintertime it slows up a little bit.
Yeah.
What you touched on, and you didn't directly say it, but it came out, was everybody's a beginner at some point, right?
Yeah.
Whether it's working out or, in this case, starting a gym and getting a community, involved in the mission behind Spark Fitness, I think is incredible. So, for those that are maybe intimidated to jump right into a class, what's some advice you have? You just mentioned it too, like starting a business. You were a beginner at first. Now you're intermediate, and you're always evolving. I think that's the big thing I'm getting at, is you're
right.
always evolving, and that's how the gym is. If you want to touch on that a little bit, on what evolution means, not only to you as an owner, but to the members here that walk through the door.
I think it's just what it boils down to is just overcoming, fear a little bit, taking those chances. Don't doubt yourself. I did a lot of doubting early on, and I'm getting much better at not doubting myself. Just living day by day and knowing you are capable of doing hard things, doing the things that are going to make you uncomfortable, and succeeding. And this is one of them. I was very, very, very nervous about opening a gym, but quickly realized it was happening. And here we are. No more fear. Of course, you always have something in the back of your head, that you're going to second guess, but it only stays with me for a little bit. So long story, short about that is just give yourself some grace, take those chances, know that you can do hard things, and you'll get to where you want to be.
Yeah, I think it's important that you say that. Give yourself a chance, right? I think as long as you give yourself a fighting chance, or you give yourself the ability to let it in, right? Let the fitness in, let the nutrition in, let the coaching in. That's the big thing, coaching. When you're, a part of a gym like this, for those that have never been to Spark Fitness, we'd love to see you here. That's one. And two is, it's not, here's 300 pounds, go lift. It's,
right.
Here's a circuit class dedicated to you moving your body in a way that maybe you've never moved it before. Right. Perfect example is, and I always bring this up, I was talking to one of the trainers here, Junie, and all the trainers here know that my lower back and my hips are awful from football injuries, from sports injuries. And just the fact that Junie and Alex and Victoria and you, Brandon, and Jen are willing to give me 5 extra minutes before class to stretch my hips out or show me a movement to get me going. I'm not a spring chicken anymore, so I can't just roll out of bed and start the car. It's got to warm up a little bit, right? So that's the other thing that I want people to know with this podcast too, is maybe the coaches don't see it, right? Tell the coaches. This is an opportunity for you to tell the coaches, like, hey, I really love that lift, but I couldn't do it that way because I have a bad hip. I have a bad leg. They're not here to put you in the ground. They're here to coach you in a way to get you healthy, to get you fit, but don't hurt yourself along the way. So, one, I wanted to thank you for that, because I feel like I've been more consistent coming here, whether it's 2-3 times a week, because I've been injured a little bit. But I think the second part of that is, don't be afraid to tell the coaches of the injuries so that you can still be moving and get active.
Yeah, the point you made, to keep that communication open. Because what we don't know, we don't know. And all of the trainers here are, versed in knowing how to give you a modification so you're not going to injure yourself. We'll give you another, a different type of exercise that's that might even strengthen what is ailing you. So just keep the lines of communication open so we know, and you'll see even more benefits than what you are just coming in and working out.
Well, before we wrap up the show, I wanted to do what I like to do on most of the podcasts that I do is your 3 favorite things. Okay, it's always the 3 favorite things. It'd be any 3 favorite things.
Ooh.
And since this is a fitness, wellness, health, and wellness podcast, I wanted you on this first episode, Brandon, to say your 3 favorite things about SparkFitness.
Ooh, wow.
It can be short or long.
Community. I love the community feel. First and foremost. I love, the people that walk through the door. All of the trainers, the staff is incredible. We have, so many that put hours upon hours of work into making sure that we run smoothly here. And thirdly is I like seeing people smile. It's third on the list, but probably the most important to me, honestly, next to community, is seeing people come in and smile, and seeing that change in them, from day one. A lot of times they'll come in and they won't be smiling. Shoulders will be, shrugging, but give them a couple weeks. Next thing you know, they're coming in chest proud, smiling, having a great time, and that's what I truly enjoy. So,
well,
and I enjoy Joe.
Oh, well,
Joe's
that too.
Joe's a big on communication.
big
on communication.
Well, we want to thank you for tuning in for our first episode. They'll be a little longer, but we wanted to just introduce what we're trying to accomplish, or what Brandon's trying to accomplish, or what SparkFitness is trying to accomplish here. The infrared sauna, the classes, everything you can do right here at SparkFitness.
Yep.
Young's Road in that wonderful plaza that we always say is you get in here. It's a little back a little ways, but you can find it. You can find it. There's always a way to find health and fitness and health and wellness. So, but before we take off, Brandon, if you want to let the viewers know that may not have been to SparkFitness, just a little bit about what time those classes are, or how they can sign up or get involved. I always like to give you the floor for that.
Yeah. So we have morning and evening hours. 4 classes in the morning beginning at 5:30. They're an hour each. And then we have evening classes starting at 4:15. We have 3 there. Those are also an hour each. And then we also have weekend hours on Saturday. Then we offer pop-up classes every once in a while on Sundays as well. So keep an eye out on that. And of course, we do offer spin. That schedule is a little bit different than the group classes, so you can keep an eye on that. All within the app, which you can download on Android or iOS. You just search for SparkFitness Buffalo. You'll see our logo right here, this logo. You'll see it. Click on it. Download the app. Create an account. Let us know. We'd be happy to give you a free class to start, just to come try us out. But other than that, you do all your booking within the app. It's super easy, convenient, and makes it fun.
Well, you heard it here first. Community. Book those apps. Get involved. And as we always say here at Spark Fitness, ignite the fire within.
Ignite the fire.
We'll see you next time.
See ya.